That's a different kind of. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Mine wouldn't rock with mine.
Yeah.
Like she'd have to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd assume the worst about me.
Mm-hmm.
She would assume the worst about her.
Let's talk about that because it's not insecurity, but it's like there are also certain situations where it's like, hey, let's not walk into that one. Let's just not even.
But
if the wind blowing good, let's not walk to the cliff.
That is why my Find Mine is with like 15 people.
Yeah.
At any point,
somebody can see where
I
you're
don't care. Brother-in-law, sister, mama, daddy, my father-in-law, mother-in-law. Let me give myself enough of a guard just in case I start smelling myself.
I was just in there getting wings, I promise. I was just getting wings.
I like the DJ. It's a good DJ. It's happy hour. Who don't like a good happy hour with a hookah and some good wings?
Are we live? We live. Okay, so I ain't gonna curse.
I make magic since 12 life been showing the whole city that it can happen on your time. Dig a little deeper, you a gold mine. A slow grind is better than no grind. Next time you look up, it'll be showtime. That's your shine. Bask in the limelight. You pro now. Just make me one promise you won't slow down. It's your time.
Head play games with me, so I'm just gonna play myself real quick.
Come on.
And then you know what I mean?
Get it up out of there.
Man, listen, and the crazy thing is like, I remember when it came up with me and her one time, she said,
we rolling too.
Interview, look, you know, like,
no, I got to finish, so I know.
Oh, she said, because I told her, I said, man, every night I gotta go run one out. And of course I lied about the numbers. I said, but still, I think with once a month, every now and then. She said, for real, I was thinking like, oh shit, one a day, but
I'm 30.
Yeah, like what I said, you got to multiply times 3. And I said, and she said, what? Well, why? She said, I guess she said, because I don't think about it like that. I just, I said, honey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
I said, the best and worst thing about us is that I tell you a lot more sometimes than I probably should because you're my friend. And I said, but you gotta understand.
I'm a man, ain't I?
There's an incredible amount of like tension that be built up. And I said that sometimes, man, I'm not in the mood to go down memory lane with you about this. And because her thing is usually not tonight in the morning. I'm not a morning guy.
And you're not gonna keep your promise.
You're not
gonna keep your promise.
Yeah, because first of all, you're not gonna get up, and I know that. You're not gonna get up, and by the time I get up, now I got to get frustrated because, man, I only got this. Come on, that's just now. I don't want it like that.
And I remember what you said too.
Yeah, I remember what you said.
Like a kid.
Yeah, that's why I be feeling like sometimes, like again, accountability to women. I don't even know if it's safe to put it in the same sentence at this juncture. It's just rough to even do that. And that now we'll say that lady she pinned it out this weekend about something. She said, hey, hold up, because we've talked about like you being emotionally unavailable at times. She said, and I'm witnessing it right now. Now again, you need to know that. She said, because if he don't feel safe to be vulnerable with you, you can't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? She told us, she said, you can't ignore that. It's not if you're gonna be the partner that you say you want to be. Right. You can't ignore that. It's incredible to me like how similar like the experiences that a lot of us have.
Absolutely.
Like, in marriage. I'm telling you, I know for a fact Ro was probably about 50%. He was probably about 50% of the reason why I got through that first year.
Okay. That's
about
real.
50% of the reason why I got through that first year.
That's real.
Had to be. And you gotta seek out like people that know more than you. You know what I'm saying?
Different experience, different perspective, aren't going to agree with everything you say. And when you're
taper it.
Gotcha.
When you're in that space to say you want to move toward marriage,
like hot taper,
a commitment,
with
whatever.
the C cup if you can, like you know what I'm saying, and then like just trim it down.
Keep the C cup.
Yeah, but
Bring it up.
Taper like hot. You just get the old school and then take this down.
Okay, what about right back here?
Yeah, same thing. You can taper it down.
Okay, we're cleaning it up. These interview cuts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like you immediately start making decisions of negotiation of who are the friends I can be vulnerable with. Who can I? Because my single guys ain't gonna understand this conversation. They got a roster. I ain't never got to opt out, right? So to having the whole sickness health only one person, that's a whole different conversation. So you start saying, okay, you got to align yourself with people that have made that decision or can at least put themselves in the mind frame, and you slowly but surely, your ecosystem of voices and friends evolve a bit.
Yeah, it'll tailor itself.
It will. And the people that your spouse enjoys you being around.
Yes.
Because at some point you give a damn about how they care.
Yeah.
About, oh, I'm going to be row. You don't want antennas going up and you still hanging with him. No, let's avoid all that. Let's avoid all that. Let me align myself enough to where whenever I wind up with who I wind up with, I'm Gucci.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I don't got no more partners like that.
Me neither. I don't.
Our group, you know what? The group chat, my group chat with my guys, way more wholesome than I bet Jamie group chat with her girls.
Really?
I ain't saying,
she got more singles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's much harder for a woman to be married than for a nice man. A good woman may not get married. Good man definitely probably already. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
But I think her group
that's
chat
good perspective.
way more disgusting than what we got going on. We talking about football stats, new albums, and the kids. Women.
What do you think they're talking about?
Dicks.
But I'm saying, is Jamie one of 4 single women? Is she?
What's the ratio?
Yeah, what's the ratio?
Yeah, 1, 2, whatever the number.
I'm saying, how many people? How many in the? How many?
Let's
in the
say
group?
4.
Okay, so it's 4
So it's
to
1
1.
to 4.
5.
Jamie being the one.
She's two married of 5.
Got it. So 3 single.
So
two, got
2,
you.
3.
So there's only 2 of them that can even relate. So the 60% of
She's
the
the
group.
only one married. The other one just got kids. And
No.
very much.
I'm saying married. Jamie's
Yeah.
1 of 5.
Yeah.
Got it.
See what I'm saying?
That's the hey man, listen.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
Yeah. And I ain't saying these are disgusting.
No, I'm not saying it, but it's not the same as yours. No.
And to your point, like about the ecosystem, I just thought about that. Like my group chat is 1, right? And I think it's 1, 2, 3. It's like 3 out of 8. You know what I'm saying? And then one of them, he was married with dog. He told me this last week. Matter of fact, he's one of the ones I DJed a graduation party for his daughter. He got divorced, got remarried. You know what I'm saying? Since we've been, and I got married since we've been in the group, and then I think O was the only one that's been married the longest. My other partner, they was engaged and called, you know what I'm saying, and put a halt on everything. So to your point, I think that's significant because it was gonna be hard for me to get down that aisle. But I kept saying to myself, man, I want to get married. Bro, you heard me talk about that for years.
Yeah.
But I was still hanging around all my single partners.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was one of my single partners that said it. He said, bro, and you keep saying that, bro. He said, but shit, you ain't gonna get there hanging with us. Like, he was like,
No, that's real though.
Yeah.
that's real.
That's real.
Though.
And what you'll realize is other people in your group that really want you around will start to level themselves up.
Yeah.
Not to just earn their way, but to say, like, my stake in this is real enough to say I gotta get myself together too, because I can't afford for the distance here.
Right.
You know, because what I know is you choosing her,
Yeah.
and she ain't about to just let you be rolling to the club with me at 1 a.m.
Right.
You know,
right.
like, so I gotta find her as well enough. And I'm saying that because I have friends that have, like, I've watched walk into healthy marriages, or at least walk into strong marriages. One of my boys just celebrated 8 years with his wife. They met at my wedding.
Okay.
10 years ago. And, you know, we walked them through their dating, through their engagement, highs, lows, whatever, but they kept going because they're like, if we want to remotely be able to vacation with y'all, hang out with y'all, have y'all call our kids godparents, whatever, we gotta bring something to the table.
Yeah. And it's just a different way of, you know, iron sharpens iron. It's
Sure,
a different way
sure,
of saying
sure.
it. Birds of a feather, however, you know.
There
so
it
many
is.
different-
Yeah.
So yeah, it made perfect sense though who you are around, based on like what you're trying to do. And I think just the marriage thing is just that delicate because also too, as a man, you ever, Vince, I don't know if you deal with this. Marcus, I'm talking to you.
Come
You
on.
talking to me. You ever kind of be like, hey, do your homegirls not like look at the museum you've curated for you and tell you how nice the artwork is in there? You see what I'm saying?
Look, I can tell by looking at Vince's kids, they eating macaroni, enjoying Chick-fil-A, got the nice headphones on. He ain't got none of the problems we got, dog. His house is perfect. His shit's perfect. Look here. We
You got a
trying to.
Picasso in your house.
You got a Picasso in your house.
You got a Picasso in your house.
No, but like you kind of going through whatever little moment with your person, and you not feeling the appreciation. Not appreciation like, oh, thank you, hey, you're such a good husband, hey, but appreciation like truly appreciating. That's why I use the artwork example. Really sitting and looking at the thing in the frame and like understanding what it is and the beauty of getting to be there to view it.
Listen, let me tell you something. This came up this morning. Let me put a little, give you a little framework to this. Whenever my wife, we was talking about just a whole other subject, and whenever she'll tell, like she might have told me, she may do the pillow talking thing with me. I don't know what nigga don't pillow talk with his wife, but like it's just a real thing to a certain extent. And now, so she said, I might gonna tell her like, you know, I'm gonna wait to like, you know, I know what's delicate and what's not, but I might be like, man, I might be very vague about, man, this thing, man, one of my partners, man, this. And I'm like, man, that shit crazy. And I'll leave it like that. With her, she'll give me the names of this, and man, so-and-so husband did this, and now the mortgage didn't get paid, and he did this, and now this one got caught doing this. And so, to your point, Rose, sometimes when we be going through stuff, I be like, damn, that nigga got away with all that?
Yeah.
And I still gotta wonder if I can get some.
I need a better lawyer.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said, damn, man, like, I said, well, what happened to where are these women that negotiate with terrorists?
Right.
Yeah.
I said, because that nigga got away with bloody murder. I said, but and so she'll say, and then her response is, that's why they tell you shit. I'm not gonna tell you nothing else, because you always bring, I said, and I thought to myself this point, I said, you know what that is? You know, when you by yourself and in your thoughts, working in your office by yourself, you know you gotta sit back and say, I be giving this nigga holy hell. But I ain't dealing with half the shit, not even a fourth of that shit. Most thing I might have to deal with him, he gonna cuss me, he might cuss me out every now and then and go about his business.
That is such, and I've said it in different ways before, of just like, I don't say ungrateful these days. Earlier in the marriage, I would.
Yeah.
I'd say that verbatim. I've found better ways through talking to the lady, and other ways. Found better ways to say it.
I love when you use that lady. I love when you say that lady.
Black people cannot say therapy.
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy my therapist. Cool. She cool as a
We're
fan.
a different ilk.
We are.
That's a different.
But I try to tell people, I'm like, first of all, you got to find somebody. If you're a millennial, find a millennial. You know what I mean? If you of a certain whatever, like find somebody that match you enough.
I need my therapist like I would need my hitman. I need an out of town shooter. I don't need somebody from here, dog. You can't
know my
It's
people.
what I want to go to
You
right
can't know
now.
the
Like
ones
I know her, she know my. You
No,
not
no,
feeling
no,
all
no,
my
no, no,
vulnerabilities,
no,
and you know me. Hell no.
And we've been through 5 therapists at this point in 13 years. But like found a happy medium. I finally accepted my ADHD this year, and
I think I'm realizing
That's a
mine.
big one, boy.
finally accepted it on top of my narcissistic abuse that I dealt with at a previous job, and that's really what pushed me to this particular therapist, who really could walk me through it. Her husband is a creative.
Okay.
So she understands a lot, late night editing, crazy clients, lowballing bids, things like that. So it's easy for Ebony and I to do our marital with her, but it's super easy for me to do my one-on-one with her because she's like in the world, and I do also appreciate that she can speak to Ebony from a I don't want to say a milder perspective. My wife will overreact over certain things that, to me, I say, you do realize that there are some women whose husbands won't X, Y, Z. And it's not like you should be grateful, but it's also like, it could be so much worse.
Because it's okay
It
to
could be
offer
so much worse.
offering perspective and like relativity. It's not an insult, but it's just like let's get this thing back centered.
Let's get the
get
fat
grounded.
off the brisket. Let's
Yeah.
ground it. Let's get ready.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times the explosion is not worth much of anything. Whereas, like, I don't know, she could either be not feeling it, sick, whatever. We can go days, week and a half, whatever, without banging. I don't know if you're sending me a signal that you're mad at me until you say it. That's why I didn't want you touching me. What, for 8 days? You been mad for 8
Right.
days?
I could have died.
Oh, and they use the
Died at
this,
that time.
and then this was the word. This is the word that kills me with her. well, are you in the mood? Or I say, okay, I'm asking you, are you in the mood?
Sure.
Well, I don't know if we feel connected. Listen, when I worked at Lumber, we're connected. That's what I'm trying to connect us, baby. That's the point.
That is the most connected I can be.
So plug in.
Yeah, there you go.
Trying to tap in.
But
So-
you ever have like you and your wife out of it might have been a light tension. No, nothing talked about it, but she got a little too, you got a little response to the two, or vice versa. Probably
Sure.
the first way around. Because if you got attitude, ain't nothing shaking. But because now you acting like a
Yeah,
right.
there it
so,
is.
but then you just go in there, grab her up, wow, y'all catch y'all quick little 11 minutes, hit her off, and you be like, damn, boy. And now her whole mood different, your whole mood different. The air is lighter, sun is shining. You see what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. It's like I'm trying to connect, because even though that ain't the only way, maybe you want me to sit down and empathize with you and validate your feelings. We can do that. But let's do this first.
Yeah, I
agree.
think the part to me, I told her this weekend. I said, you know what? I said, you know what my issue with you is, and I said, and here's where I'm complicit. I'm too goddamn adaptive.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
when you start changing and shifting the goalposts, I'll shift my focus to align.
There it is.
And it's like you done punted the ball,
I give mine up
bruh.
for where you put the ball at.
Before
Yes,
you put the
yes,
ball up, and I
yes.
said, that's why I think what you're starting to realize is that
never
I'm
do that for
holding
me.
for exactly. And I said, and the thing is, I'll pivot based on what our therapist telling us to do. And now, what you want to do, you want to be coddled. That I said, and when I call you out on it, because nobody's ever called you out, your mama, your daddy, like
Nobody.
It's clear. I said the therapist told you that. I told you that. Nobody called you out. I said, and then the other part is dealing with a woman who is
Oh,
the transformer.
transform.
That sounds like it flashed too.
Dealing with a woman who is not as in tune with her emotional communication, but she's erratic in her emotions and doesn't understand it is a lot to deal with. Cause see, my wife she's a suppressor. It sounds like yours is too.
Yeah.
She's a suppressor, and so she's not really like by the time she cries, she's now the victim, and I'm like, hold up, you had every opportunity to speak on how you felt, and you didn't take it, but yet you want to villainize me because I tell you exactly how I'm feeling or where I'm standing, and I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Now the most beautiful thing that came from us and with that lady was when that lady validated. She said, I don't like that he went to school for psychology. I think I told you this, bro. She told me, she said, you may went to school for criminal justice and psychology, but that's old. That information ain't the same no more.
Freud didn't know what he's talking about.
Oh man,
It
listen.
expired.
I said, so you think them dogs salivated and
There you go.
I said, okay.
There you go. Yeah, it's expired.
Bet.
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait. I said, you know what? This is so good right now. I'm gonna save this until tomorrow morning when we get that lady on the phone. And she said, no, just say it now. Just say what you gotta say. I said, nope, because
How long y'all been married?
we about to be.
That ain't the point. How long y'all been together?
Oh, wait.
2015,
Oh,
16,
That
yeah.
give you the nuance.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, 2015, 2016. And so it's like now, and we approaching 2 years of marriage, and so that, and I will say it did change. Like it absolutely changed.
Okay. I was curious.
And so when that lady told her, she said, "Well, hold up." She said, "Those principles don't change." She said, "So," she said, and I'll be honest. If I'm being fair, his assessment of you and who you are is actually pretty on point. She said, so he must have
why
paid
did she
attention.
say that?
She,
What'd you say that?
Oh,
because she
bruh.
told her she told me, she said, now she said, and I don't, she said, she said, because I'm not, she said, if you tell me something in confidence that he said, I'm telling y'all now, I'm not that one to play in between both of y'all. Like, I'm gonna find a way to let them know. She said, because that means that y'all aren't talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
And so when like about man, this was a good one about 2 weeks ago. I told her I wasn't going no more.
Okay.
And she said, what does that mean? And I said, I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I said, I'm not going no more. I'm done.
We paying money for this thing, and
And it's on her insurance. I don't even know if it's that big of a bill. But I just, but what you know, it wasn't for shock value, fellas. You know what it was? I said, has given us enough tools to sustain our relationship and work through things. I said, I just think at this juncture, it's more important for you to continue to work on yourself, and I don't want to take that time away from you because I'm confident that I have the tools to sustain what I need to work on myself, and my self-awareness has become even higher. So I said, I don't want to take that time away from you.
Okay, you don't feel like that isolates her? Or makes her feel isolated?
What it did was it made her, she had to go do it by herself, because when the lady came back this weekend and said, she said, man, you know, you're a total, she said, why did you tell her that you weren't coming anymore? And then obviously I showed up this weekend in person. That was our first in-person meeting. And we've been doing this for probably about 5 months now. So I said, she said, so what made you, why did you say that to her? And you know, what made you show up today? I said, because I felt like the application of what you were telling us to do and what you were the standard you were holding us to, she wasn't being a team player.
Right.
And I said, and so it's not that I wanted to be off the team. I just said, well, hey, you're not gonna start me. Then I'm gonna let you go play by yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I said, and I don't want, and I made it clear. She said, you know what that could have sounded like, and I said, if you don't mind, can I tell you? Can I give it the context? She said, sure, because I'm curious to know how you said it. Because the way he delivered it to her was, he said he ain't coming no more. I said, Chanel, so you gonna sit here in front of this? I said, tell her exactly what I told you. And she said, well, what'd you say? I said, I told her, hey, I'm still in this with you. I still want to be married to you. I'm still continuing willing to use the principles, and I do think it's helping us. I said, but I don't think you are applying what she's telling you serious enough. I don't think that you're taking that part serious enough, because what you committed to and what you say you commit to, you're not doing that. And I'm able to give you examples of it. So you need to go by yourself and figure out why you're not able to do that. That's just my opinion. And when we looked at it, she was like, is that how you said it? She was like, yeah. And I said, so you see, let's stop right there.
Right.
That's not what she came in here and told you. And that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. You're quick to go tell on everybody else and what everybody else did, but you never start with yourself. And I said, and I realized that when you talked about your parents.
Yeah.
You talked about how you know, how that happened, and it's like, it's not everything ain't everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
That's a heavy comment though.
That's an accountability thing too, because
yeah,
it's like I need to be a victim. I have to subscribe to victimhood, or else
in order to
I have to deal with myself.
advance. There you go.
I have to deal with myself.
And I realized that, dog, I'm telling you, bro, I asked her before we even started counseling, I said, man, I hit her with the Cool Runners. Look in the mirror and tell me what you see. I see pride. I see power. Man, that lady say, well, I don't know what you mean. I said, what do you see? Like, tell me what you see in yourself. She said, Marcus, I ain't got time for that. Whenever she starts doing that, you don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's heavy to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, because like now we're getting very introspective.
Yep.
Oh man,
You know?
she hates it.
Yeah.
Because in her mind, you trying to play around in my head. I said, no, because I can tell you what I'm good at. I said, you know what I want y'all's take on this. Do you think within the structure of a marriage or just relationships, is typically one person selfish and the other person stubborn?
I don't think it has to be that way, but I think if you had to go, even if 51-49 meant either or, sure.
So like, bro, if I ask you about like yourself, or you just use an individual, you think you're more, I think I know the answer to this. You consider yourself more stubborn or selfish? I think I know absolutely the answer.
Oh, I'm stubborn.
100%.
Yeah, I'm stubborn. I'm definitely not selfish.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so about me, what you know about me, what would you say?
Stubborn.
100%. I told, you know, I said, honey, you're selfish. I said, to be honest with you, you kind of have because you move the goalpost, you have a tendency to be both, and that's what's bad. Because I never know I don't know who I have to guess who I'm dealing with, and that's something that I think Like if you can't get that open with somebody, you know, she still has not. In all the years we've been together, she refuses to answer that question.
Yeah.
Are you more stubborn or are you more selfish?
Why
What do
she
you think?
why she refuse? Does she think that she's neither?
I think she genuinely believes that.
That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
she's saying, where's the C? Or
Yeah,
not A or B.
she refuses to acknowledge either one because I think it's an admission of guilt to her.
And it's tough when you have to say, "Oh, I'm both." I'm both.
That is the
If that is the truth, I don't know.
no, it is because and it's just like what me and my man talked about when she starts moving the goalposts because when you're moving it in your favor that she can't even acknowledge the fact that she did wrong. I have to like pin her down, you know what I mean? And it's like I hate that. I truly hate the feeling of that because then what she starts to say is, "You talking to me like a child. You talking to me like my daddy." You thought like, and I said, I had to like say to her one day. I said, "Hey, I'm not into children.
Yeah.
So I wanted to marry. I married a woman. I just expect you to be that. So I'm just a firm believer, dog. I can't make you feel like a child.
Yeah, I can.
That is in your head. That's
But-
your insecurity.
But could you be aware of my triggers and ignore them?
What if you don't tell me? If you don't feel, you see what I'm saying?
But okay,
Some triggers, yeah, you need to inform me of them. Some of them, I've been with you long enough.
That's what-
I
that's
know.
what-
I
that's
see
what
when
I'm saying.
I see when your
Yeah.
responses
Yeah.
spike, and so
Yeah.
I know what gets you.
Yeah,
You
I know how to get you. I know what gets the people going.
Now, am I hitting on though? Am I taking the gloves off in some situations and saying, you know what? I know this gonna make her feel away, but I'm coming how I'm coming because I feel away.
That's what I had to stop doing.
Yeah.
Because I had to understand. I had to really say, okay, if you talking that team talk and you're trying to get her to talk that team talk, you can't just want to get it off because you say, man, this me. You just got to take it because this me.
Yeah, it's nasty.
That's nasty.
We beard trimming or beard growing?
Let me give it a little light.
Okay.
Man, I really hate you. So full right now, but you know. On camera, I looked the other day and I said, man, I gotta get a little trim the hairs and all that. Yeah, dog. It's just,
yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Oh boy,
Golly, man, like.
it's plenty. It's plenty. You know what
And
makes
it don't
it
stop.
worthwhile though, man? When you can come back together, when you can reconnect it, and I ain't talking about toxic, like we just really fought.
No, yeah, but when you can make strong, you can make stronger.
Yeah, like we really
We
get through it.
rarely not a makeup sex person. She's never gonna fight for sex.
Yeah, no,
She's
no.
really bad at it. She
Yeah.
never will.
Yeah.
And as storybook as I would want to be sometimes and be like, hey, we over it, let's go. She's like, no, I'm gonna sleep on it and make
Yeah.
sure I'm over it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
please pull those panties to the side.
Right. I want to touch your privates.
Ma'am. And the funny part is last night, she's like, rub my back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna rub you. All right.
said, "What you
And then
thinking for?"
she said, just rub my back. And I'm like,
Oh, bro.
oh, come on now.
Come on,
Man, listen.
I would hurt myself.
I would be afraid. Like it would be so good because if I like, cause that's what she tells me. It's like the whole. She asked me. She said, "Why can't you just like?" She said, "Like we'll have a good moment in there." She said, "You'll walk by and like you just grab me on that." And I said, "I paid for the right to do this. I don't mean no harm." I said, "And I don't even be like." You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that don't even be about nothing. I said, I just don't understand. I said, I said, as a woman, I just be thinking in my head, if I never complained about it at all, and you know you're not giving it to me,
Sure.
What would you be thinking about?
Sure.
And that'd be my thing.
Wouldn't that alarm you more if I
Yeah.
never
That's the
complained
part.
about not getting it? Wouldn't
the part.
you, at your home, say,
You know what? Something must be wrong.
He ain't saying nothing. He's actually happy.
Yeah, he's
Let me
actually
go
happy.
get, you know what? I need to check on it. This nigga might have a baby on.
There we go.
Like,
Tighten up.
there we go.
Another
something's
family in
going-
Nigeria. Tighten up. They did go on that golf trip. I don't know about no courses in Columbia.
Yeah,
man.
and I didn't like that boy. I told her I didn't like him hanging around her.
Bro, listen.
Yeah. My homie. I don't know if you met from Compton. You met.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He got a term for this, and he played from a different deck of cards too.
Okay.
He a good man. but he played from a different deck of cards. There, and I ain't saying he plays this card, but he have it in his hand. This is a card we don't have in our hands, which is basically, if all else fails, I'm gonna go cheat, and I'm
Got
going
you.
back home, right?
Got you.
He has a thing he calls lack of scandal.
Lack of scandal.
Lack of scandal.
Okay.
It's the problem. You know when people say, like, when women say, boy, it's stressful being a man's first bad. You know what I'm saying? It is also stressful being a very solid.
I've never heard that. Why is that?
Being
What
a
is the
man's
thought?
first bad bitch?
Yeah. What is the thought?
Insecurity.
He's insecure?
He's insecure. He ain't been with nothing that fine. He don't know how
got
to act.
you,
He don't know
got
how to
you.
handle it. Don't know how to manage this. You see what
How
I'm
she
saying?
dressing, who she hanging around.
You've always driven Ford Taurus.
Sure.
I'm going to today give you a Aston Martin with the cool clutch box.
Right.
You go tear it up.
Make it practical. What? Make it practical.
Yeah.
Bring it to me. You know what I'm saying? What is the problem?
What the problem is?
Yes.
Oh, just the insecurity. That's too high level of a woman.
Like
for
telling
you
her
to
how she
deal with.
dress.
How she dress, how she look, the attention she gets,
Got
the upkeep
the
she
guy the
requires.
job.
You can't deal. You don't know how to deal with it,
I
even
got
if
you.
she's for you.
I give you some context.
Thank you.
Recently, our partner, we was in LA. We went through McDonald's park drive-through
Okay.
in the Cullinan.
Okay. Yeah.
What y'all doing? This is not the kind of car that you go through McDonald's drive-through and
Right.
get you
Yeah.
a McFlurry with extra
There it is.
Oreos
There
and
it
a
is.
fish sandwich.
Sure.
Like, what y'all doing? Like, what's
Yeah,
going
go
on?
switch
Why
cars
you
and do
taking people to? Man, oh man, we was just out and about music. No. Jerry, that's Jerry. What you doing?
Yeah.
But we laughed about it because I said it's because to your point, it's new to him.
Mm-hmm.
I just became a multimillionaire in the last 2 years. It's still new to me, so I'm still, you know what I'm saying. And Skrilla had the same experience, like that he told you. He said, yeah, dog, they was in Dallas, and he said his cousin they left the I forgot what it was Thanksgiving Day, went out, and his cousin they was in the Wraith, and he said, man, I'm hungry, bro. Like, man, stop my Waffle or something. He said, so when they went all the way back to the house, his cousin said, we here, jump in the truck, I'll take you. He said, dog, we was just out, like, why you just pulling a Waffle? He
Because
said,
I'm not taking a Rolls
he said,
Royce.
nigga, I'm not taking no Rolls Royce to Waffle House. He said,
you
bro.
wanna die?
Yeah, he said, bro. He said, bro, I just felt. I said, no, bro. It's like to the point about your man's. It's like if you ain't never had it.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I say that to say the inverse, or on the flip side, on our side of it, it's stressful being like that first solid man that's like come through, gonna do right, gonna be here, and you don't have the cheat card in your deck, right?
Right,
You
right,
willfully
right,
don't
right,
play
right,
that card.
Right.
So speaks of lack of scandal, because I know you franchise tag perpetually. I know you can't change teams. I know you don't want to change teams. You loyal to the franchise. There's certain things I don't have to do to incentivize you to be here. You a company man. You see what I'm saying? He says you fix that with a little scandal, and it lets everybody in the organization know. Oh, Saquon could go to the Eagles. He don't have to be a New York Giant. You see what I'm saying?
So he has the reverse thought process about it.
Yes.
It's like
you being such a good man, it's taken for granted. It's taken for granted versus like, hold on. Let me at least let you know it's some offers out there.
That's
Yeah,
why.
hey,
You see what I'm saying?
That's
Now,
why. But how does that work? Let's talk about Jamie.
Well, if you're
Let's talk
not-
about Jamie.
Yeah.
There is no room for that to happen with someone who the only other space on the spectrum is the exact opposite end.
Yeah.
There's no gradual like,
Yeah.
oh, I can be reminded of X, Y, or Z.
I don't personally think my wife going for that. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
a woman is a woman too. So now me personally,
I don't think mine is going for that. I'll say that.
I can't play that card. I'm not willing to risk the deck to play that card. You
There
see
we
what I'm
go.
saying?
There we go.
And
There we go.
so-
Because I cannot predict how that one
I'm gonna have to
turns
fix
out.
mine through conversation, compromise, and
Oh.
time. But imagine though, I just changed my haircut. You know,
Looks great, by the way.
thank you.
look, magnificent.
I do feel objectively more handsome.
Okay.
Jamie is objectively more into me.
I love
Like,
it.
She texted me. She said something she never said. Honey, you look hot.
Look at that.
Talked her up.
Ah.
What's up, baby? Hey.
Hey, what up, Jamie? Vincent
handsome.
Powell.
He is handsome.
It's Marcus and Vincent.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Dude, we just talking about you, singing your praises.
Oh no, it is.
Honestly, I want barbecue. Can you go by Ray's Barbecue Shack and get brisket, ribs, and macaroni?
It's like that.
Yeah, talking dirty. It might happen for me tonight.
Hey, I heard that. And I'm like, ooh.
It might happen for me. You say what? The barbecue spot on OST, across from the Cigar Lounge. Hey, baby. Brisket, ribs, macaroni. Tell them you want a pound of that brisket, you want a rack of them ribs, and you want just a large serving of the macaroni. And add some. One, that's all we
Just
need.
one
We eat
rib.
for the night. One rib.
We've been on the roll today.
We just eating for the night. Yeah, and if one rib. Now,
And one rib.
if the good lord, it's a lot of money. If the ribs, if 2 racks make sense, 2 racks is good. 2 racks is what I bought to your mama
You got
house.
about $85 right now.
Yeah.
You got about 85 right
We up
now.
there. Whatever rib they got. If they got a beef rib, go beef rib. If it's the St. Louis or the pork rib, we'll do that too.
And Jamie, Rose said he got a rib for you later too.
He even kick me out the chair right now.
right.
Hey man, you good? That shit good, man. Go.
Yeah, we
Oh,
good.
boo, answer this question.
Lock it up for me.
Answer this question.
Fat side.
Brisket, get the marbly one. That's the one you gonna like.
That's it.
And it's all beef, so it ain't like So and that's that. And if they got a barbecue bean, get a barbecue bean. Hey, tell me this, cause you made the show. You done made the show now. You on? Are you since I got my hair cut, would it be safe to say you are more attracted to me?
Yes.
You see?
That's fire.
Hey.
That's fire.
I be telling me the
Hey.
same thing.
That's fire.
I like you had it cut like that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
We
fine.
gonna finish up our point. Love you, baby.
And he got a point for you later on too.
What? No, the card. I'm gonna let you know because I got it here. I'm gonna let you know after
It
one more
worked.
cut. All right, boo.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. See you later, love.
I'm gonna send you the money.
Bye, Daddy. Okay, glasses.
All right, bye, baby. Bye, AC.
That has to be the best feeling.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
Daddy.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
for
Daddy.
sure.
Hey man, I'm here too.
So,
Hey.
So like being a woman is like the first stand-up guy, not gonna go nowhere. You have to get your contract incentivized and sweetened in different ways because there's not this like competition thing where it's like, oh, I'm on top of my game, other women are liking me. She gonna, of course, because women will feel competitive if threatened. They'll go from hurt. I think the stages of like scandal is like hurt, competition, and then you get into like the grief and the, you know what I'm saying, maybe separation or dissolution. But the women I've heard of who have been like cheated on or stepped out on in whatever kind of way have expressed like I was hurt, but then I kind of got on my shit. Until I realized it's not worthwhile to do it because this is the wrong person to do it for.
Got it.
But I got other stories. I just don't want to violate other clients. It limits the situation in a way.
It's a hell of a perspective though, because like even when you think about, see, I can tell the way when Vince looked at that, it was like, I don't even like,
Right.
because we're so used to playing. If we be being
How
real,
do you put out an oil fire? Do you do it with water? You add dynamite.
so see,
You see, though, it's like
and we're so used to playing defense.
There you
When you
go.
really think about
There
it,
you
in
go.
a relationship, we're so used to playing
There you go.
defense. I'm gonna tell you, and I give
There
you
you
some,
go.
and the reason why I immediately can tell you why, I don't know how it would go, but I can tell you I've experienced something similar with my wife. This is in probably 2016. We're about a year or two in, something like that, and it was hey, you gonna move in here, get your own you got your own place, but like you're doing your own thing where you live, but like what do you think about where are we going with this? It was like those kind of talks, right? And I said, man, I said, well, what, I just don't understand like what difference it made, like, the rush and this and that and other, because like it seemed like it was cool, we dating. Well, as we started to have problems about stuff, I kind of noticed she kept saying, I want a ring, and I'm like, well, do you want a ring or you want to be a wife?
Or you want a
It's
marriage, yeah.
You want a marriage, it's a different thing. Bro,
Two very
as we
different
started to I think she kind of started to call herself pulling back, and we started like having like that real turmoil. I told her, I was at her spot one day, I had a key to her house and all that, she came, and I told her, I said, like, where you been and whatever. She was like, man, I had a bad day, we had argued and all that, and I said, well, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, after that conversation we had earlier, I thought about cheating on you today. Okay? The look on her face was like, I can't believe you just said that.
So here, I got a question though. Thought about cheating, meaning you knew exactly who you were going to call.
I think that's Vince.
No,
Vince.
so
Vince, that's where you went right there.
Here's my question. I can use my cheating on you every day in that case. Like you saying just driving down the street or walking through the Galleria.
That was
not saying I would approach, but okay, let me give
yeah, come on.
So
me and
I
Felicia
think
Rashad
that
had lunch
marriage-
earlier. Up here.
my marriage is like my salvation. I make a decision every day to stay saved or be a Christian. I make a decision every day to stay committed to my vow to my wife and to God. It's a conscious decision. Love is an emotion, it's a choice. That's a conscious decision. For me to say I thought about cheating on you, it would, like, I'd have to be almost right there because outside of that, it's like, I can be scrolling on Instagram and say somebody bad. Now I'm gonna send her the link and say, look, or say, hey, here's what I watched last night when I handled my business.
I ain't doing that.
But no, I want you to know.
I love y'all's openness.
I want you to know, but we got there. That is, I can't believe you XYZ to, no, here's how much I XYZ, and let me show you.
Yeah.
But I guess when I hear you say, I thought I'd cheat on you, I'm like, dang, would I be saying that? How often would I have said that?
Yeah.
Because when you said it, I'm thinking like maybe you had like a plan.
No,
But you just had a thought.
It was
new.
It was a subconscious thought, and I knew.
And it was a new thought that you hadn't had to have before.
Because again, the principles on which I live by and what I
Sure.
pride myself in it so
Sure.
much was like, man, no, I need to tell her like,
Sure.
this is where I'm at
Sure.
emotionally and mentally, because I'd never had that thought before. So when I said it, she got mad, and then she got emotional. She was just like, I don't know if I could ever trust you again. And I said, I don't understand. I said, to be honest with you, I don't even know what made me say that. I said, because most niggas would tell me, you stupid. Why would you tell her that? I said, but in my thought, too, this is where it kind of aligns with like theory. It was like, but I always told you that I would tell you the truth if I did something.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
again, your goalpost moving now because
Sure.
I'm telling you that I had a thought because I'm upset. I'm not
courtesy.
happy. I'm giving you the courtesy. I didn't do shit.
Professional
I'm
courtesy.
telling you.
Yeah, you can't get mad at it.
Yeah,
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong, especially because there's two thoughts. Benzie hit the nail on the head. Are you cold calling, or you already have a warm list?
It was
You see what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah, it was not. It was.
Right.
I had nothing
So
to go
then
off
it's
of.
like, hey, what you really saying to me? Hey, I was so hurt by how I received the actions, how I perceived your actions or words, whatever, that I was for the first time open to the idea of. You see what I'm saying?
And that was how it ended up coming out. I said, let me rephrase. I said, today, I really thought about what life is going to be without you.
right.
Because I started to say, maybe I should start talking to other women or entertaining other women. I said, and the thing is, I know that that's not where my heart really is. It's to be without you. So that's how I know it would have been a thought of, I would have started fucking with somebody else behind your back.
Yeah.
And I said that I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can be about my feelings, because I don't want, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, for her, I don't know, bro, like it always was weird, because she said, well, that just gave me like a reason not to trust you. And I said, yeah, but if I'm telling you and I didn't do shit, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't, I said, I'm just curious as to why, because one of the things that we had to grow from And I had to nip this in the bud early in the relationship. To your point, a friend, partner, somebody going through some bullshit. And if Marcus did this, I said, hey,
Don't put me in that.
don't put me in that boat. That I don't even know that nigga.
I don't know this person.
I said, and if we being real, I said,
That's
if we
your boy.
being real, yeah, that's your and your
Your
homegirl, your
man.
homegirl that's with that nigga, she ain't shit either.
Right,
So
that's so true.
she deserves, like they deserve each other. And there was another instance where she was so piped up about another couple that
Their success or their failure.
failure, but you jumped in the boat riding with your girl because that's your girl, but you've known both of them since high school.
Okay.
I said, hey,
Okay.
when that nigga got caught doing his shit, I can't believe in this and that. I said, and then when your homegirl got caught, because she fucked up too in the marriage, it was, well, you gotta understand, and this. No. I said, because that tells me a lot right there. Again, and you tell me, is that not equivalent to the way I describe my wife? Your goalpost moving. You move the goalpost for the way you align. I said, nah, bro. Keep that same. Y'all love that phrase. Keep that same energy. I said, why? I said, what's different about what he did versus what she did? Well, what she did, they wasn't together. I said, they wasn't married then. I said, stop it.
Yep.
Cheating. I said, cheating is cheating no matter how you look at it. If you're committed to being in a relationship. And I say that, and again, I said that just goes back to me understanding that at your core of who you are, you will escape. You'll escape accountability and give it to other people. I said that's how you justify sticking around in a bad relationship. Because the way she described it to me.
Yeah, and women, and I don't just put it on women because people do it all the time, but like the homegirls, what I've learned, are not going to be so much an accountability group. Typically, it's going to be like a cheerleader, kind of situation. You got some that'll say, nah, you wrong for that. Hey, you need to go apologize. But then you got just the cheerleader where it's just like, that's my girl, I'm riding with her. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to do that for our homeboys. We're going to maybe say what it is, but like, nah, he's a good dude.
Bro, you'll get these like little,
Yeah,
just okay, cool, baby.
Yeah.
I like them, but they won't.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
That to me is I don't know, dog, because see, like, bro, you told me when I'm wrong, and it's almost like sometimes I do wish she could be a fly on the wall to hear it. Bro, you have absolutely told me before. Probably shouldn't have done that, dog.
Wouldn't do it like that. Yeah.
Wouldn't do it like that. Know how you feeling, understand you, love you, but wouldn't do it like that. And I do think, as simply put, well, we've talked about this before too. Are men supposed to be natural leaders of the household?
Yes. Is that a baiting question or you just tell me?
Like, because you know how people will say, well, anybody can lead the house, or anybody can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you're talking from a biblical standpoint, whatever the case may be, I just am a firm believer that where we are now, women feel this incredible.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Cut this out. What I'm about to say.
Sure.
That's a different kind of. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Mine wouldn't rock with mine.
Yeah.
Like, she'd have to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd assume the worst about me. She would assume the worst about her.
Let's talk about that, because it's not insecurity, but it's like there are also certain situations where it's like, hey, let's not walk into that one. Let's just not even.
But
if the wind blowing good, let's not walk to the cliff.
That is why my fine line is with like 15 people.
Yeah.
At any point,
Somebody can see where
I
you
don't
at.
care. Brother-in-law, sister, mama, daddy, my father-in-law, mother-in-law. Let me give myself enough of a guard just in case I start smelling myself.
See, I was just in there getting wings, I promise. I was just getting wings.
I like the DJ. It's a good DJ. It's happy hour. Who don't like a good happy hour with a hookah and some good
I'm
window?
going to work.
I'm going to work.
I'm going to work. What are we talking
That
about?
was my angle. I'm going to work.
Hey, man, they religious people?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going in darkness, come to the light. Wait for the light. I'm going over here.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Wait for the light.
Wait for the light.
That's hilarious,
Shit.
bro.
Stay your ass in the dark till the light come.
The light gonna come, right?
Light gonna come.
Wait for it.
See,
If you don't believe me,
read the Bible.
you don't believe me.
You know why this is also is funny? Like, even that is funny. I'm finna go on the road.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to ask you too. Like, are you gonna do the thing? But okay, good.
No,
Great.
he has another. I'm going on the road with him.
Nice.
How long?
I'll be on tour with him for 45 days.
Oh shoot, that's the
That's
road
45
for
business
sure.
days or 45 calendar?
That's events. 45
45
events.
dates?
No, 45 days.
Calendar
but
days, okay.
Calendar days, but
45,
like, yeah, I don't know how many
Like,
events. I gotta look. I know it's from, I think, April 2nd to May
Something like about 28, 30
14th,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Congrats.
yeah, thanks, dog. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, I was just like, the funny thing is, the first thing out of her mouth, well, man, that's a long time for us to not be around each other. And man, I'm gonna have to fly to some of those shows. My brother gonna have to fly me out. I said, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be with him.
When last time you brought me lunch at the job?
You gotta stop.
Don't wait till I'm in Cleveland.
Man, you gotta knock it
Right.
off. You gotta be stopped. I told her, I said, dog, what is wrong with you, man? You got separation anxiety all of a sudden,
Really?
man. What is going on? I said, bro,
This is it though. This is what I'm talking about. Lack of scam. That's what I'm talking about. There's absence make the heart grow fonder and all this, but it's like it ain't you. Cause if you had a, I guess because maybe it seems like there could be an option and it's fun work and all that, but it's women and it's a good time and it's liquor.
you see what your brother do too.
Yeah.
Because you just
Yeah,
seen
living that life.
And that's the part.
you just seen it all up and through
Okay.
there.
That's the
and
part.
now you like,
That's what I'm talking about.
I know this nigga's the DJ. He's
what
been
I'm
a
talking
DJ for my
That's
brother.
all anybody's asking.
That's-
who's the
This
DJ.
is R&B. This
Yeah.
nigga's R&B. We're not talking about just no hip hop, no rap.
No.
Like this nigga's gonna be around it.
It's Cougars.
And I already know this motherfucker I married is a charming motherfucker. And I know how. Okay, bro. The most exciting thing to me was when I watched my wife actually get jealous.
That's what I'm talking about.
And remember I
That's
told
what
you
I'm talking
that?
about right there. That's all I was saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying something else.
Vince,
but
it
this
was
what
so
I'm
I'm
doing.
here.
It was so
here.
wholesome.
I'm listening.
Because Vince, the crazy part about it was I was like, of all the people who could have been an imminent threat, you choose this 60-year-old something woman. The woman came in the DJ booth and said, "Nigga, I'm ready to have your baby. You keep playing that shit." And no, nobody will be having his baby. That is my husband. I was like,
That woman can't even get pregnant.
Oh.
the woman said, she said, "Baby, I'm
Shut up,
68
bro.
years old. I can't even get." She said, "Oh, well, I'm just saying because I am his wife." And I was like, from South Bend, first of all, I got this woman face because they from
Right.
Fifth Ward. You know
Right,
the baby
right,
don't.
right.
You don't know these people like
It's 10
that.
of them in here.
Man, listen, a whole gang of them here, and I was like, I said, and I had to tell her, I said, "Hey, honey, listen, different people are enjoying. I DJ for them whenever they cut. Like, that's an experience for them. You do not hear the lady say, that's our DJ, and I just work it." I said, "Hey, you can't do that here." I said, "Man, I got to work. You can't do that." "Man, I just think there's boundaries, and you should have this and this and that." I got to work here. That's a fan.
Hey, also, that made me feel good.
Man, you
That
ain't
made
never
me
did.
feel- come
You
on,
ain't never
man.
said it.
Come on, man.
Man, little Key Sweat got her little mark. Man, listen, she was feeling good about that
made
little
me
mix.
feel good.
Dog,
Okay.
I was doing my job. And so it's just that now I look back and I say, okay, I know, but again, it's one of them things where I know where she sits with that, but she'll never want to admit it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually do get jealous when he's,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been in the gym too. You know what I'm saying?
Come
I've been
on,
going
man.
back and it's like, okay. Yeah, right, baby. Shit, I'm going on the road. I got to be right. Like I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Get myself together. I gotta,
You don't make me having seizures on the airplane, you know. Gotta be healthy.
it's just so funny, dog, because when you tell them, I was like, "Hey, man, I chose you. Of all things, I chose you. I fucking chose you. So all you gotta
Yep.
do is do
Yep.
right. Like if you do right, like there's
Yep.
nothing else for you to worry about." I say, "You know what? I don't worry about that kind of stuff for the most." I said, because you always tell me that I do about 95% of what I tell you I'm gonna do. I think you're batting a pretty good. I'm batting a pretty damn good average.
Hall of Fame. Yep. Hall of Fame. Bye, boys. See you, man.
So next time you see him before.
Love you, brother.
Thank you, man. I gotta go do the Philippines.
Oh man, do have at it.
Come on.
Love you, my
Hey, bro, it's one for me, man.
Man, likewise, my brother.
Send me his Instagram.
We'll do.
Yeah. All right, come on, let's go.
Oh, this is episode 11. Yours.
Yeah. Oh, The funny part, as we were talking, I'm like,
This is gonna be a harder edit. I just did
I was saying,
TJ's with
she
the
can't see this.
TJ's episode smooth,
Okay.
clean.
Yeah, clean all the way through.
This one I gotta
You
watch
gotta work
this
it.
one.
Yeah, you
And
gotta work it.
yeah.
For sure.
And it's some marble to cut off this bristle.
Yeah, this one got some. Redacted.
Yeah. CIA files here.
All right, y'all.
Love y'all, man. Be safe.
Bye. That's funny.
But I knew I was gonna shoot with you as soon as you text if it was anything available. That's all. Hell yeah, shit yeah.
See, I wish we could have got. I wanted to get that one off about like niggas and like morals and like it's a real nigga versus.
Yeah, right. I did too. My only thing was truly just purely logistics.
Oh.
Because it was just like, oh, man. You see, I just had to turn that one for him.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get one off.
Yeah. He had the he had the
puffs
puffs
up
right
here
there.
with him. So. But nah, I thought I liked that part too, especially when you say old law. And niggas, when you say old law, people be thinking you talking on some G shit, and it's just like you can be, but you don't have to be because if you a man, the old law come pre-installed. It come pre-installed. So people don't even really got to tell you about it.
No,
It's just certain things that don't sit well.
because you from that fabric. and
Open
you
marriage don't sit well.
under old law.
Yeah,
I'm not-
the
man.
pillow talking, hitting your man, your homies, girl.
I said, dog. When my brother was doing his stretch, man, he doing his bid, dog, and the phone hang up, and his girl be on the phone. Man, I'm just so tired of this shit and this. Hey, I know it's fucked up and shit. We gonna keep my nigga right, and I'm gonna send, we gonna send this up and make sure this get on the books. And all right, girl, I'm gonna holler at you later.
That's it.
Let me know if the baby needs something.
We ain't building no extra rapport.
I'm not finna, man, because my nigga, because I know at any moment, if you decide, man, I'm out, what you did, I can't have him thinking that I saw that coming. If you do it, God bless y'all that, but you chose to do that.